Hillingdon Primary School. Before I introduce you to our digital leaders, I wanted to explain to you exactly who they are and why you should listen to what they've got to say. Google offers a wide range of tools to be used within any school. As our school motto is learning and achieving together, our school decided that the best way to learn how to use these tools was together with the children. This then led to a group called the Digital Leaders. The first stage of becoming a digital leader was by completing an application form. We were asked questions such as, what suggestions do you have for how the school could improve its use of technology? Or why do you think it's important to share your ideas and knowledge? All children who applied then received a letter letting them know whether they have been successful for the next stage. 16 children were accepted. In the interview, children were asked to further share their ideas for the future and were challenged with questions such as, do you have any weaknesses which you would like to work on? Our channel of teachers judged them on 4 key skills: knowledge, communication, leadership and creativity. Finally, 8 children, 2 each from years 3 to 6, were appointed to become Hillingdon Primary School's first ever digital leaders. Our first meeting was held in the school conference room using our brand new Chromebooks. And don't worry, that's not our school uniform. It also happened to be Pudsey Day. The school believed that the children chose and show a passion for making a change for the better and come up with ideas that teachers never even think of. They are delighted to share these ideas with you today in our presentation called A Vision of the Future, Imagined by Children.
Hi, my name's Luana and I would like to share with you our vision of the future and what you can do to help make it possible. Much like this image, the future is unclear. We don't know what types of jobs will be available, what type of currency will be used, or even how the earth will look like. But much like this image, the future is exciting. Will we have cars that drive themselves? Or drones that fight fires? Or even microchips that live in our body and tell us if we're sick? We don't know exactly how these things will look like, but we know who's going to do them: us. And as this is our future, today we would like to share with you our ideas and how Hillingdon Primary School has used Google to take our first steps on getting there. Here's Chidi.
I'm Chidi, and I'd like to give you a challenge. Can you guess what this number means? I'll give you a hint. It's very important to my little brother Cody. Any ideas? It's okay if you're wrong. Anyone? No, it's not his 21st birthday. Anybody else? No, good tries. But the answer is that this is the year Cody, who is now in nursery, will officially leave the education system and legally become an adult. He will be allowed to work, get a mortgage, or even get married. He'll have the decision whether or not to go to university. What types of jobs would there be available? And what type of currency will be? And what type of world will Cody live in? And what skills will be useful for him? This is my world now. I go to Hillingdon Primary School, an outstanding school in southwest London. I have an amazing class teacher called Mrs. Davidson who challenges me and pushes me to my full potential. I think you would agree, this is what a normal school looks like today. But for us, something's not right here. Here's Sarah to tell you more.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'd like to take you back in time. Here's a phone from 100 years ago. Incredible! I don't even know how to use it. Where do I speak into? What's this for? Is that the ringtone? And now here's the Google Pixel 2. It has one of the world's best smartphone cameras. It's a phone you can even squeeze and ask it to take a selfie for you. Using this phone, you can talk to anyone in the world at any time and search the web for an answer to any question. It's like having the world in your pocket. Big difference. Here is a car from 100 years ago. Only 1 horse brake power. I think it would go 0 to 60 in about 3 weeks, and only if there's a good wind. And now here's the Ford GT 2017.
the equivalent of having 647 horses pulling you at a top speed of 216 miles per hour. It's 5 drive modes, an onboard computer system, world positioning. Big difference. Now, here's a classroom from 100 years ago. Children sat at desks, teacher teaching. And here's a classroom from now. Almost the exact same thing. In 100 years, very little has changed. And now, especially that we live in an age where the world's knowledge is at our fingertips, why are we being taught in the same way when it was not? Here's Kaya to explain more.
Hello, my name is Kaya and I'm in Year 6. I have my teachers to thank for inspiring in me a love of reading and art. They have shown me the hidden meaning behind a story, or how feelings can be expressed through a careful selection of colour. But whenever we had a particularly exciting lesson, for example when we learnt about how Picasso created such striking imagery, I was always frustrated when the lesson had to end, as I still had questions I wanted answered. Do you know what it feels like to be excited about something, but have to wait a whole week until you can do it again? Last year, I was lucky enough to receive a laptop as a Christmas present. Since then, whenever I have unanswered questions, I can go home and answer them myself by searching on Google. I was amazed at how much I learnt on my own. In fact, I think it was when I searched for stuff myself that I learnt the most, as it's more exciting to discover new things than to have them told to me. I was therefore really excited when we started using Google in school. As work is saved to an email and not a computer, I could go home, log in and continue the learning we had started in school. No longer was there school learning and home learning, it was all linked together. I know this wasn't possible just a few years ago, and I'm thankful to live in an age when it is. And I think for children like Coddy, this should be the future.
Hi, my name is Shruti. I love to write, and this is my literacy book. Inside is a story I'm writing based on Michael Pogo's The Marble Crusher and a letter on other cultures around the world. It lives in my classroom with all the other literacy books. When I go home, it still stays in the classroom. My family only see it when our books are shared at parents' evening. If I get a great idea for my story over the weekend, I have to wait until Monday to do it, and then by then, I've forgotten what the idea was. At the end of the year, I could take my book home with me and look back at my learning. But last year, I forgot to take it. I don't know where it is now, but I hope it's okay. But here are our school's new Chromebooks, which we have started using in most literacy lessons. Using this, I wrote a story about an enchanted forest. I started it in school and added a little to it almost every day after I get home. My sister helped me draw this picture to add to my story, and whenever I write something really exciting, I rush to show my parents, who love to hear it. It lives up there in the cloud and is ready whenever I am. It makes me think, when we have awesome things like Chromebooks and Google Docs, why do we still have to write in books?
Can you guess how many books we have in my class alone? 300 in just one class. How many is that in a school? Well, I worked it out. In a school like mine with 3 classes per year group, that's a total of 3,400 books. I don't even want to try and work out how much that is for all the schools in the country. Recently, we learnt about deforestation, and it made me so angry that that we're wasting so much paper when we have other ways. Now, if you think that using Chromebooks will mean that no handwriting will be taught, let me introduce you to a girl in Year 3 who's great at coming up with ideas. Her name is Heshni.
Hi, my name is Heshni, and I have an idea about how to use Chromebooks and still have good handwriting. In my class, if our handwriting is neat and letters are joined, we're given a pen license. Everyone wants to get a pen license, so they try really hard to practice their handwriting. So why don't we have a Chromebook license? When children can write neatly, they are allowed to use a Chromebook, and every time they have to renew their license to show if their writing is still neat.
When I shared this idea to the group, Neil especially liked it, so here he is to explain why.
Can you guess how many books we have in my class alone? I have something to confess. I hate writing. There, I said it. I love coming up with ideas for stories and talking about space. But I wonder why we have to write on long pieces of paper. I never see my parents do it. Both my mum and dad work in an office and do all their work on a computer. My older cousin writes his essays on his laptop. So why do we have to write on long pieces of paper, edit them, and rewrite them all over again when adults don't even do it? I find it so much easier to type my ideas onto a computer, and I know all my friends do too. Thomas agrees with me. Here he is.
Hi, my name is Thomas, and I love to dream. The only problem is, sometimes I do it at the wrong times, like when I'm supposed to be listening to the teacher. I don't mean to do it, it's just sometimes I think of something and then my imagination wanders. Does this ever happen to you? I start thinking about fire-breathing dragons, being sucked into a computer game, or even if my teacher lives at school. And then I hear it, Thomas! And then I'm in trouble again. I've missed what the teacher is saying, and they're angry because they need to repeat themselves. I don't find this problem when I'm learning something at home on YouTube though. If I miss something, I can just rewind the video. I wish I could rewind the teacher.
Actually, we can. This idea would make lessons easier to teach and easier to learn. Instead of a teacher standing in front and teaching, they could record a short video of what they want to say and share it with us on Google Sites. The children could then watch the video at their own pace and rewind if they miss or forget something. The children could even continue learning by watching the video again. Here's an example made from our school, made with Google Sites. I think this would make teacher life so much easier and it'd also stop Thomas getting into trouble.
All of us love this idea and we would like it to be the future. With so much information all around us, we don't need teachers who can tell it to us, but teachers who can guide us through it. Teachers who can give us the skills to find things out for ourselves, evaluate how reliable our sources, or present our learning. We need teachers who can empower children with skills such as creativity and problem solving. These skills will be crucial for our future. We just need an education system to get us there.
At Hillingdon Primary School, we have only just begun our journey into how Google can change education for the better. But we've already been amazed at what we can do and what is possible for the future. We may not have all the answers, but we're asking the right question. Thank you.
Thank you to the digital leaders. If you have any questions about what we are doing here at Hillingdon Primary School, here is Mr. Jacobs' email. He's our head of computing. He is happy to hear from you, so please do get in touch. Thank you to the digital leaders, and thank you for listening.